Study of genetics has not only made us understand why we all have different physical characteristics, why we resemble to our parents, but has also resulted in taking a science to a level beyond imagination. Like it is now possible to sequence an added genome, we can develop genetically modified organisms, techniques, or processes for diagnosis of birth defects and other diseases, and many more. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Tanushree, and today in this video I'm going to talk about career and scope in genetics. So let's get started. Let's first know about genetics applicability. There is a demand in genetics as a career due to its applicability in agriculture, in medicine, wellness therapies, cancer research, assessing newborn defects, nutrigenomics, DNA sample analysis, gene editing, and many more. Now, in order to become a geneticist, there are certain skills that are required. So, if you want to make a career in genetics, you should possess strong understanding of scientific methods. Second, you need to have a logical thinking and problem solving ability. Third, you should have the ability to use graphics or photo imaging or even computer aided design. And the fourth skill that you should possess is the knowledge of laboratory equipments and softwares like Perl and Python. Now, you can pursue genetics as a career by doing courses like BSc, MSc, and even PhD. So basically, when we talk about the graduation courses, so you can do BSc in genetics or BTech in genetic engineering, and even you can do BSc honors in genetics. Kindly note that if you want to get admission in bachelor's courses, you should have physics, chemistry, biology at senior secondary level. After completing your graduation, you can go for post-graduation. So post-graduation courses like you can do MSc in genetics, MSc honors in genetics, MSc in applied genetics, human genetics, biomedical genetics, molecular biology in human genetics, stem cell and tissue engineering, MSc in microbial genetics and bioinformatics, and also you can do MPhil in genetics. You can also go for higher studies, like you can do PhD in genetics or human genetics, molecular and human genetics, genetic engineering, molecular biology, and genetic engineering. Now, there are several colleges which are offering the above mentioned courses are University of Delhi, Bharat University, Aryabhatta Knowledge University, SRM University, Banaras Hindu University, Chaudhry Charan Singh Haryana Agricultural University, Acharya Nagarjuna University, Punjab Agriculture University, Guru Nanak Dev University, Central Agricultural University, Osmania University, and many more. Now, some colleges, they basically conduct an aptitude test for admission in bachelor's or master's degree course and give admission in genetic courses on basis of merit list of qualifying examination. So the entrance exam or the aptitude test conducted by some of the university or colleges are AIEEE, IIT JEE, IIT JAM, and GATE. Now, talking about the career scope in genetics is enormous. It has a scope not only in India, but in abroad as well, especially in countries like USA, Europe, Canada, and UK. Now, kindly note that if you're planning to study abroad, then your GPA, GRE, or TOEFL scores and research projects are very, very important. The projects and even the summer internship from prestigious organizations like IISc and TIFR, etc., will increase your research skills and also help you to obtain scholarships for higher studies like masters or PhDs from abroad. Talking about the employment sectors where you can work as a geneticist. So you can work as a geneticist in hospitals, DNA forensic departments, universities, pharmaceutical industry, agriculture firms, research institutes, animal breeding industry, food and drink companies, as well as health and beauty care industries. Now, talking about the job prospects, so the employment areas where you can work after studying genetic courses are first, research. So basically, you can work as a research assistant or research scientist. Like if you have done the undergraduate or postgraduate courses, you can join any government or private labs and you can work as an RA, research assistant. And if you have done PhD, you can also work in R&D section of biotech companies, or you can join any prestigious research institutes where you can work as a research scientist there, and even you can perform postdoc there as well. So here are some of the research centers where you can apply for these research assistant and research scientist positions. So here are the names: ICGB, IGIB, GAN, CASR, NII, RGCB, TIFR, IISC, IIT's departments, biotechnology departments, and also BCS in silico biology. Now coming to the another job prospect, so basically you can work as an assistant professor also. Like if you have an interest in academics and want to pursue your career in teaching, you can give CSIR UGC NET examination. And if you qualify for this exam, you will be eligible for lectureship. You can join any university or institute as an assistant professor or a lecturer. Then plant breeder and geneticist. So basically, geneticists have a major role to play in the agriculture and food industries. The scientists, they work by manipulating the plant genes, forming new varieties like herbicide-resistant variety, pesticide-resistant variety, plants with the improved traits like improved quality as well as quantity, biopesticide production, nutraceutical development. So, and even scientists, they also work on animal breeding to get a better variety for meat and milk production. So IARI, that is India Agricultural Research Institute, New Delhi, and also we have ICAR, that is ICAR, National Institute of High Security Animal Diseases, and National Institute of Animal Biotechnology are some of the institutes where you can apply for, you can work as a geneticist or a plant breeder. Then coming to genetic counselor. I'm sure you all have heard about the genetic counselors. The role of genetic counselor is to advise or counsel the patients, new parents, and basically they provide genetic services to patients and their families regarding the risk of occurrence of the disease such as cancer. They also assist in producing reports and many more. Now, there are certain requirements to become a genetic counselor under Board of Genetic Counseling in India. So here are the requirements. An accredited genetic counseling course or formal training for at least 1 year duration is required from India. And also, if you want to become a genetic counselor, you should possess a postgraduate courses in medicine or life science, genetics, sociology, or psychology, along with clinical counseling experience. Then also PhD or master degree in human genetics is required to become a genetic counselor, along with a working experience in genetics or genomic labs for more than 3 years is needed. Then you can also work in hospitals or genetic diagnostic laboratories, like you can work in AIMS or Indian Institute of Medical Sciences, Tata Memorial Center, Apollo Hospitals, DNA Labs India, and many more. Then there is again a very interesting job prospect for geneticists. That is, you can work as a scientist in forensic lab. I'm sure you all will agree that there has been a rapid increase in the crime and parental issues within the past few years. So there's a lot of demand for geneticists in the forensic department, and there you can work with law enforcement firms where you need to identify and analyze evidence from the crime scenes. So these are the different job prospects. Now moving on to the companies who hire the candidates having the degree in genetics. So let's have a look at the companies. So very first company is Panacea Biotech. Panacea Biotech basically developed recombinant vaccines. So you can apply in this company for the job, and there you will get a chance to develop the recombinant vaccines with a proper training and with experience. You can get a you will learn to how to and contribute as well to develop the recombinant vaccines. Then other companies, Vocard, which manufactures and markets recombinant products. So the recombinant products, some of the examples are hepatitis B vaccine, erythropoietin, as well as recombinant human insulin, which is popularly called as Osulin, which is developed by this Wockhardt company. Then we have Avestha Gangrene Technologies Private Limited. It promotes R&D in novel therapeutics and molecular diagnostic products. Then we have Cadila Pharmaceuticals. So Cadila Pharmaceuticals also produces recombinant vaccines, anti-cancer biotherapeutics, and even diagnostics using recombinant antigens. Then another company where you can apply is Bharat Biotech International Limited, which manufactures human vaccines as well as biotherapeutics. Then we have Intus Pharmaceuticals, which produces recombinant DNA proteins and plasma-derived products. So you can see here that these companies are basically they are working on they are using the techniques, they are developing the products, and to develop these techniques, to develop the products, to develop any process, definitely the knowledge of genetics is very, very much important. And we can we can clearly say that yes, the genetics has a lot of scope, and especially if you are very much interested in joining the industry, then there's a lot of scope for you there. Then moving on to another company, that is Invitrogen, which also manufacture and it's a distributor of recombinant proteins and peptides. Then we have Shreya Biotech Private Limited, which manufactures recombinant human insulin, human growth hormones, interferons, as well as hepatitis B vaccines. So a lot of work in development of vaccine is going on nowadays, where the role of genetics is very much important, because at the end, how these vaccines, they are playing an important role, like when they enter into the body, how they are affecting the gene product, that is the most important thing. Then talking about the Gangagen Biotechnologies, so it's an antibacterial, it produces antibacterial products based on bacteriophages. Then talking about Genova Biopharmaceuticals, so basically Genova Biopharmaceuticals, they develop the biotherapeutics in the field of oncology, nephrology, cardiovascular, as well as neurology. Then moving on to Data Cancer Genetics Limited, so it has it basically works on molecular genetics, and it has a molecular oncology facility. So we can say that genetics has a lot of opportunities. However, your achievements depends upon your interpersonal skills, your interest, and what you actually want to become. So this is all for now. We'll see you in the next video. So thank you and take care.